good, everybody? Welcome to And Jammies with Jam. I'm your boy Jam.
And I'm your boy T.
And on today's episode,
let's talk about how 2020 is a Democrat's year. Is it? Joe Biden is running for president.
Willow Smith said, I whip my head back and forth, I whip my head back and forth, and only California supports it.
It's sad to say that we can no longer send our boys to the Boy Scout.
Guess what? They're playing Hide the Sausage.
Let's talk about it.
When you're walking down the street and the show gets old, tune into this show. Jamming with Jam. Jamming with Jam. Jamming with Jam. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What's good, everybody? 2020, Joe Biden is running for president.
Joe Biden, we honor you. Thank you so much for taking back what's ours.
Listen, if Hillary Clinton couldn't do it, how you think Joe Biden gonna do it?
Come on now, you think these Americans are gonna vote this Donald Orangeman Trump back into office again?
Listen, let me tell you something. Donald J. Trump has been in office for almost 4 years now.
Donald Jackass Trump?
If you couldn't get him out by now, you might as well leave him alone.
That's why you have 4 years in another election. They tried everything and every reason to find a way to get him out, and they couldn't. But you know what? Guess who's coming to the save the day? Joe Biden.
You mean after he finished doing his inappropriate touching to
You mean like molesting the ladies? Well, what's better? Grabbing the pussy or inappropriately hugging women?
Well, according
You're
to
just
his
going to have a
YouTube,
pussy grabber and an inappropriate hugger run up against each other for president. Which one would you rather in the White House?
at least you know what you're getting. At least you know they have a destination of what they want and where they're trying to go. The other one ain't sure what he want to do yet, so he trying to find his way.
So you're calling Joe Biden a creep? I think he's calling Joe Biden a creep.
I did not say that. All I said was...
Or is he a hypocrite? You think he's fake? You're calling Joe Biden fake? I think that's what you're calling Joe Biden. You think that Joe Biden slowly makes a move on the women's. Donald Trump gets it.
That's what it just simply says, that Donald Trump is a man of action. He don't have the bullcrap around it. He goes for what he wants.
The wall.
He went for it.
Puss,
He went for it.
Ivanka.
He went for it.
The Russians to tamper with the election.
I don't know about that one.
Hey, he go for what he want.
He gets it. So, what about Joe?
Joe has run 8 years behind the great man Barack Obama.
But listen, this is the third time Joe mentioned about running for president.
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong if Joe Biden runs for president. I think Joe Biden would be the best thing so far. But is America ready for Blow Joe?
Blow Joe. Oh, ew. Ew.
Is America ready for Joe Biden?
Did he blow somebody's ear? That's what you call him, Blow Joe? You know, our people of a different pigmentation don't understand the blowing in the ear. You know, only us colored folks do.
So, here are my thoughts. Do I think that Joe Biden can win? No. But what I do think is that it will be a very close race in the Democrat Party. What it does is it puts a stir of a mix in. You have Kamala Harris with Cory Booker, who is not going to win. He's nowhere near close of running to even get to the White House. I think that for the Democrat Party, it's going to be between Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, and Joe Biden. I think when it comes down to the end with the final 2 candidates for the Democrat Party, it's going to be Kamala, and Joe Biden.
Kamala, that's a dragon.
that koala, but Kamala and
Listen.
Joe Biden.
The witches that control The Simpsons said that Donald Trump was going to be president. And the same witches that said Donald Trump was going to be president said a woman is going to be president next. So, since everybody's going to the psychic these days and nobody believes the prophets, because, the prophets lie, but the witches, they be on point. So.
Oh, this is why prophets are repeating exact word for word in what these women said. That's no near nor here nor there. But the races I said is going to be between Joe and Kamala. So you think it's going to be exceeded over to Kamala Harris, and she's going to be running for president against Donald Jackass Trump?
Yep. I think it's time.
So you think America's ready for a woman?
Yeah, they had to deal with the Queen for a while.
Over in England, and they
No,
dealing with the Queen.
RuPaul.
I wasn't ready. Oh, this is my Queen Elizabeth. Oh my God. I wasn't ready for that one. You better work. Come on, girl.
Do your thing on the runway. RuPaul.
Okay.
That's mother.
Okay.
So,
you think America is ready for a woman?
I think so.
After all the trouble the men has brought America, you think that America is finally ready for a woman? A black, first off, an African-American woman. Is that what you're saying? America is ready for African. They turned down a white woman. Why not pick the black woman, right?
Yeah.
She understands what it means to go through slavery and abuse and turned away from different opportunities. So this woman going to be able to bring America through.
Well, to think about it, people are now saying that God is a woman. So, if God is a woman...
But I thought God was Nipsey Hussle. I'm sorry, that was Jesus.
That's Jesus. Oh, see, God is a woman, and she
Nipsey
had
is
Nipsey
Jesus.
Hussle, which is Jesus. So who's the Holy Ghost?
Kamala Harris.
Ain't that something? It ain't Cory Booker?
Next caller.
Oh, moving on.
Out of Secaucus, New Jersey, Cory Booker.
He's in Newark.
Even better.
He's a caucus like in
Listen, I don't really care where the man is. I just know that America just doesn't believe in Cory Booker. Okay? He talking about how he took the education of the ghetto in Jersey and helped the ghetto with the schools and brought the reading levels, math levels, all of that up in Newark. But no one's really talking about education to that level. They're talking about college education. There is a man, he's Chinese. I was going over a video. He's Chinese and he was saying that how America needs to make college completely free. And what they need to do is give every American $1,000 a month. Because now with the way the jobs are going, everything is going to be robotic, given to machines and robots and all of these things. Americans are going to lose out on jobs. So if they want to help with the economy and they want to save money, what you do is you give every family $1,000 a month. Or every person, every American, $1,000 a month. So if your household has 5 people in it, obviously that's going to be $5,000 a month of income coming into your house. So that America can stay afloat and that American citizens won't go without.
Where you heard that?
I was watching a video on YouTube.
Was it on Bloomberg.com?
No, sorry. He was on The Breakfast Club. He was a Chinese man.
You was talking Charlamagne?
Yeah.
That's interesting. But now the question is, where they gonna get the money from to pay these people? Because they barely got the money for the wall.
Well, when you have robots running companies, you're not paying them.
You mean you want real machine robots and
Yeah,
not these
that's what
human
they're
being
talking about.
robots?
But these are my real machine robots to run around and work companies. Like in the trucking industry, they're now creating trucks that actually can drive their stuff. You just put longitude, latitude landmarks in, geographical landmarks, and the truck will be able to drive itself. Or you will have somebody in there just in case the truck like the certain compartments of the computer malfunctions. There's someone there to actually monitor it, humanize it. You mean you're gonna have somebody when they get to the shipper, to the warehouse, to be able to sign the paperwork, make sure the stuff get off the truck. But
then that takes jobs from the regular truck driver that's not computer savvy. Because in order for the truck driver to deal with that computerized vehicle, that truck driver must know something about computers to where he can shut the computer down
But
and
this
drive
is
it
the argument. This is the issue that a lot of truck drivers are having. Not even though it hasn't even gone that far, but they do have something inside of the truck called the Qualcomm. And the Qualcomm is basically like a computer, a laptop, and everything you do is based on that. A lot of people who've gone from the paper are having issues. Older truck drivers are having issues with wanting to even operate with the computer because they're not computer savvy. So I can only imagine. And these are truck drivers that they're trying to get off the road to retire anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So they're bringing in new truck drivers.
So the question at hand is, if Mr. Joe Biden is running for president, how is he going to prepare the world for being more computer technical savvy?
But I don't know. But the thing is, he was actually on Today on The View. What's today? Today's Monday. Yeah, he was on The View this morning. And everybody's so excited about Joe running, and no one is worried about what his policies are. They just want somebody in there that they can trust because they trusted Barack Obama for 8 years, and because Joe Biden ran behind, walked with Barack, they think that he has the same policies and all these things, but I doubt it.
Listen.
He's a man of his own. He's a man of his own abilities, his own thoughts, and what he wants to see America go, and his policies are probably going to be a little different. But Joe Biden, if you ask me, I'll just ask you, just make education free across the board. Just make education free across the board because people are living in debt, having gone to school for all of these years and not being able to give back pay back school loans. And 65 years old still pay off school loans. And that's what's keeping them in debt and keeping them from paycheck to paycheck, where they can't even pour back into the economy.
So that should be a question that should be asked to Joe. How are you going to change or help the world become more technical savvy for these new robots that's coming through? And how are you going to help those that aren't technical savvy? Are you going to throw them away, or are you going to do something with them?
I find programs that they're able to actually go into where they can still be used at the height of their, of their education or their trade or whatever it is. But moving on, let's talk about how Kamala Harris, not only does she run for president, but she also helped get the...
Okay, you just shook my head like my name was Scooby-Doo.
The law in that California cannot ban you or discriminate against you from actually working in a job place or workplace and actually rocking your natural hair. So everyone, does that mean they can't fire me for being bald?
Oh my God.
Can they fire me for being bald? Because that is my natural hair.
Oh my God.
Or natural scalp.
Oh my God.
What?
You're bald. And we didn't have that? Oh my God.
So, Jam Squad, can California ban me for being bald?
Yo, Shavar, the artist, got no hair. He bald.
Are you really going to rub that in? Like, are you going to really make it a big thing?
We did not know. He hit it well.
So California actually passed the law.
I try to keep straight face.
Actually, it was an anonymous vote.
Listen, first of all, I already had a problem with all these discriminations being done against our youth because of their hairstyle. One young man...
Sorry, back up. Our youth.
Our youth. I ain't want to say our colored people, you know. So our youth.
Okay, I'm just making sure you know that you're not a part of the youth.
Our youth.
Okay, great.
Our youth. Because they younger than us.
No, they're younger than you. I'm younger than you.
No, you're not. But you look older than me, though. Throw it down. Exactly.
I look youthful.
Look like an old truck driver.
I see you're hating on this face.
These young wrestlers
in the face
had to get his locks cut because...
It's not the wrestler from in the high school.
Yes.
The referee who was a racist that I had, had the wrestler cut his hair.
So he can continue his match. When his hair met requirements, it wasn't long.
He actually said it was a disadvantage because as you swing him around, his locks can smack you in the face. But the boy had it in a ponytail. He was just a racist.
And
he's a Trump supporter.
No, he wasn't.
The referee?
He was.
They made the African American boy cut his hair.
Was he really?
He was a Trump supporter. You know all Trump supporters are racist towards the colors. And I said colors with an S because as long as you ain't a white Caucasian, well, I'm sorry, as long as you ain't orange,
He's not orange.
they're not supporting you. Orange like that bag. Trump is very orange.
Have you met him in person?
No, but I know he get a suntan.
So you can't say he orange.
Actually, he'll get a suntan. He get one of them glow spray tans.
Oh no, you gotta rub that in. You just can't.
Because you can see the lines up under here. Like he had 2 cucumbers on his eyes. He just be walking around glowing.
Ooh, whoever did it
So
didn't rub your tan in right. They supposed to even it out.
You never seen it?
No, I ain't.
It be
never seen
white up under here. Or it be white all up under here and all the way around. He'll be orange. Ha! Trump look like orange.
We gotta
A
find.
molding orange.
You gotta find his.
You ever
pants
seen
for
an
my people.
orange peel that got mold on it? Don't tell me Trump look like a moldy orange. A molded orange.
You mean
never
when you
seen-
peel one
No,
of the
you know when
peels
the
off?
outside is getting moldy, the peel on the outside. You didn't peel the orange yet, so the peel on the outside starting to mold,
Lord
and it got like the white ash
Lord help us.
with like the green.
Lord help us.
That's how Trump looked. All around here, and the eye area look moldy. He got 2 mold marks on his skin. He's moldy.
You know
I know.
what?
Don't he like his breath stink?
Oh my God.
Trump like his breath smell like doo doo.
It's presidential doodle.
His breath smell like doo doo.
It smell like president.
His breath smell like it smell like dookie. Like his breath smell like dookie. President Dookie Trump. Like his breath smell like dookie. Whoa, President Trump! I know your breath smell like dookie.
No, that is what you call presidential. That's presidential maneuver right there. That's
Presidential doo doo.
yes, because that's not the stuff that you can just buy at Walmart. You know, it's presidential. It's specially made. You know, the chef makes it. The food that that produced the dookie. You know, but anyway, I'm glad I can go to California with my hair looking like this.
And get a job, and they accept you with this. With that.
Or maybe like this. Oh, you trying to like that.
Ooh. Yeah.
James Scott, he's acting up tonight. He's in rare form. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next case.
No, because you still got to talk about how you accept the fact that you're excited the fact that you walk around like that in California on your job.
I just said that.
It's a blessing because we have gone through slavery. People discriminate against the fact that they have weaves, locks, braids, extensions. What else?
Short haircut, no haircut.
And they would discriminate against you just because you did not meet the European dress code or the makeup.
What makes it real interesting is the European dress code is actually conforming to the African culture and traditions. I've seen so many albinos with albinos with albinos. Yeah, albinos. With locks.
Albinos.
Yeah, them.
People with no pigmentation.
Yeah, them.
Okay.
Like people that live over here with no pigmentation. So they have locks, they have perms, they have S curls.
You seen a Caucasian with a perm?
Yes, I did.
I've never seen a Caucasian with a perm. They've always had that wet dog hair.
Elvis.
Elvis had a that's not a perm, it's a press. There's a difference. Elvis had a press. Not a Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Elvis had a press. Okay, so you see Caucasians with perms? It will fry their hair.
Don't matter. Locks, braids, afros.
And they look like they locks look all big and like, you ever seen a matted dog hair? You ever seen like, dog that got matted hair? Doesn't it look like they got matted hair?
Just off. Just so mean. Just so mean.
They do. They look like they got matted hair. Like,
no, I've seen their hair. It's not really black. It's like
brownish.
Brownish. Some of it actually looked like it was turning white.
Like a matted golden retriever's hair.
That is disrespectful, but it is so funny.
Like, for real, like they got matted hair.
Well,
but you don't discriminate against that. Coming into your workplace.
Not at all. Not at all.
They want to steal the culture, look like us, but still want to reap the benefits of white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
But blacks come in as who they are, what they are.
And it's not accepted. So we have to look the part of corporate America, but we have to have certain pieces of our own individuality under what we wear.
So women have to get synthetic, horse, Chinese, Korean hair with contacts, eyelashes, to put makeup on, to represent themselves in a culture they'll never be accepted in, just to get a job. But I say thank you, California, that the men and women of the African American culture can now be who they are, be true to themselves, and get a job, not depending on how they look, but on their credentials.
So, it's going to be like no shave November all year round.
And every African American man going to have long beards and you can't fire them. Because your dress code policy cannot say you must be shaved, neat hair. Because they're going to walk in there like a Rastafarian, and what you going to do?
And some people, when they eat, they get those little crumbs in their beard, and they don't even realize it's at the bottom of their beard, and they're walking around looking like
they're going to have a squirrel coming out eating off the...
Or the woodpecker like...
You can't get mad with them. Because they only being who they are. Thank you, California, for recognizing a nigga.
And letting me be me.
Okay, next case.
Well, really, not a nigger, because our friend told us that we're not niggers.
Larry, shout out to Larry.
We're kings.
We're kings. We're men.
God made us kings.
We're gentlemen. Our mother and father made us in heaven.
Yes.
Shout out to Larry.
Our Italian brother. But now, check this one out. People are playing hide the sausage at Boy Scouts.
It is a shame. The Boy Scouts have been around for ages. For ages. When our great-grandfathers were living. The Boy Scouts, you remember?
It was an honor to be part of the Boy Scouts.
Yes.
Because it was supposed to be like your rite of passage into manhood.
As an adolescent to be a teenager, from teenage to adulthood, you was growing up, and they were supposed to teach you
camaraderie. They teach you how to have survival skills, teach you how to live,
how to love each other, how to keep your brother, be accountable for each other, from one another. It was like a brotherhood.
But they took that to the extreme.
We sat around here chasing Catholic priests, but for centuries, the Boy Scout leaders were out here playing hide and go seek the booty hole with these young men.
Hide the pole.
Or hide the hole.
No, in the hole.
Hide the pole. In the hole, hide the pole. Y'all are some nasty pervs. Okay? That is disgusting. Now, they are now doing a case.
They're investigating how for years it's been done and nobody said
72,000 leaders are all being investigated by the American Boy Scout Society. Everyone who's ever worked there is being investigated for child sexual assault. So now, do we ban the Boy Scout? And do you get rid of the Boy Scout honor? Remember that? It was an honor or whatever it was.
I lived in New York. We wasn't able to go to Boy Scouts.
And
We just had the Boys Club.
And the sad, the Boys and Girls
The
Club.
Boys and Girls Club.
And
so.
the sad part about it, it was not just men molesting the children. It was women as well.
And you know the stigma with this is it's better to say you were molested by a woman than it was a man, because you're supposed to have sexual interaction with women anyway. So men would be glad to say, well, you know, I done banged this girl, I done banged this girl. It is like taboo to speak about you being molested by a man. Perfect example. When young men are in school and they have sexual connection with their teachers, they brag that, yo, I got shorty, I got that teacher, you know, I got that woman, I got that cougar.
Or like the young man the African American boy who outed the teacher.
On Dr. Phil, and you know, he was bragging about it, but yet that's rape because he's underage.
Mm-hmm.
And by that being rape and he's underage, now that was okay for them, but now you got the boys club
where you send your children because you expect them to be safe, to learn all of these skills, to come back home and use them.
They learn skills, all right, not the skills that you want to be proud of to brag about.
You got them taking your child's innocence,
snatching it in the woods, and now they're left with these predators, and they can't tell nobody. Now they can't even tell their friends, and it's happening to their friends also. So everybody is trapped with these secrets, keeping it to themselves, taking it home. So now you don't open door to all kinds of spirits and divinations, and now you don't know what to do. You oppress, you depress, you suicidal, because now you don't know what you're attracted to. You don't know what you like.
As a young man, or even as a young man, you're running around here confused. And what strikes me is, parents, your children go away and you don't even notice when they come back acting different. You should have that connection with your child. The moment that they come back and something's off, you should be addressing that very concern that you have with them. If they say to you, I don't want to go back to Boy Scout, I don't want to go back, but you force them, you're not listening to your child. Your child is trying to give you a hint. Something happened. Something is not right. I'm afraid. I'm in fear of going back. And don't get me wrong, not every parent's the same. But majority of the parents, because they're so caught up with wanting their own me time, that they feel like I put my children in all of these different activities because I need my me time. But while you're me time and your child is indulging in activities that he or she should not be indulging in, and because you're still stuck on you, thinking it's always about you and not your children. Your child come home acting different. You wonder why now he around here wanting to commit suicide. Why he around here wanting to blow up schools. Why he around here taking his sister's Barbie dolls and ripping their head off and then burning it on the stove.
Not just that, but because of the anger that they have of what happened to them, they now project it onto you and don't want to have nothing to do with you because they feel you set them up and sent them to that place.
Yep.
And it was your fault that this happened to them. Now they are angry at you because you refused to listen to them and you refused to have their back and you fed them to the wolves when you were supposed to be protecting them.
And the funny part behind it is you don't even think you did anything wrong. Yes, you did. You neglected your child when your child was giving you signs that they didn't want to go. You kept forcing them to actually go. Now that they're going, they're actually going to spew hate upon you because they feel like you're the one who kept putting them in that position of getting abused. And the truth of the matter is,
when you're walking down the street and the show gets old, tune into this show, Jamming with Jam.